What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, man. I've come to the realization, even though I think I've probably been knowing this, but I've come to the acceptance of it, that there is no age limit for crashing out. I think a widely accepted misconception or falsehood is that the only people that just crash out and go crazy are young people. They had this thing where they'd always talking about the YNs and the young cats, and these young people crazy. They out here flipping out and doing all. And while that may be true, in some cases for a lot of young people, more and more, if you really pay attention, it ain't just the young people that's doing this. Crash outs come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and ages. And every time I look up, I'm seeing somebody in their 40s, somebody in their 50s, the occasional 60. Once you might get to a certain age, if you're too broke down, you're too broke down to crash out. But I don't connect people just going off the deep end and coming unhinged and doing something life ruining, something stupid. I don't connect that to age. I just connect that to whatever imbalanced state that a person may have in their own mind. It's the same can be said with maturity, where people will say, well, man, this person's just young and immature. A person might be young and immature, but they got a lot of old and immature people out there too. You got a lot of old childish people, a lot of old immature people, a lot of old overly sensitive people who exhibit qualities that that one would argue and say, well, you know what, you would say these people would have been beyond that. But man, you look at some of these dudes out here that's holding women hostage and coming back to the job, tearing up stuff. You see women going up in restaurants and fast food places, jumping over the counter. And some of these people are in their 40s, 50s, and having no power over themselves. Once their minds reach a certain point, they don't even have power over themselves no more. And they gone. They gone. So while we can look at a lot of young people and we chalk that up to just, well, hey man, he's young and he was never in love before and he fell for this young lady and she betrayed him, and then now he just lost it, man. He just lost it. Or she just lost it. And say, well, he was young. He didn't know no better. Okay. First of all, he did know better. But second of all, it ain't got nothing to do with being young. Nothing to do with being young. And the worst thing to see, I'm going to tell y'all one of the worst things that you could see in the world. And I know that somebody that's watching this video, y'all know somebody who fits in this category that I'm getting ready to speak on. One of the worst things that we could see is somebody be in their late 30s, anywhere in your 40s, and up, that does something that ends up getting them a whole lot of prison time. If you're 45 and you get a 30-year prison sentence, you wait till you that old to do something that gets you locked up for essentially the rest of your life, that's a crash out. You made it this far, and one incident just wiped out all your years of freedom or of life, depending on how bad the crash out is, and depending on if the energy of your crash out was met by somebody else's energy. Because this is the thing that people don't think about when folks crash out. It's like, we always hear about the crash out, the person who did it, and assume that, oh, well, yeah, they came out on top in terms of successfully executing the dumb act. No, sometimes people, when you take it to that level, if somebody meets you and matches your energy, you end up losing the crash out contest. So it don't have nothing to do with age, man. It doesn't have anything to do with age. It has to do with an individual's unwillingness to force a self-discipline, to force an individual's inability to think outside of a situation or to look beyond the situation and to make the determination to say, well, you know what, yeah, this is bad, but it's not worth me throwing my life away for it. Yeah, that's all it is. You have to step outside the situation and go, you know what, it's bad, but I'm not going to mess me up because they messed up. And that's really what the definition is. You're going to mess you up because somebody messed up. Ah, man, you let time deal with folks like that. Some things, even when they are done to you, some things are not your place to fix or to execute the consequence. Some things are not your place. Some things are. Depends on what it's about, the severity of it, but, you know, to the old crash outs in the game, y'all grow up. Come to your senses. Stop and look around and say, you know what? I got stuff to lose. I'm going to let y'all have it. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast and check out the latest episode. It's up right now, right on YouTube. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.